Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mishel, and today I'm going to be reviewing The City of Ember by Jeanne DeProw. And you guys might be thinking that this is a different book, but no, it's the same book that I showed in my sneak peek in my last book review. It's just with a different cover. But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell and the like button, and let's get into this video. So this book is told from a narrator's point of view, and the main protagonists are Lena and Dune. And the City of Ember is basically a city that's underground, and they don't really know about the earth and like the world above them. They've heard like stories and tales, but they're not really sure if that's true. And what happened was a little over 200 years ago to present of Dune and Lena's time, there was like apparently the human race were like ruining the earth, and they decided to give the earth exactly 200 years to recover and to take its time to go back to normal, and just giving the earth its space. So they had builders, and the builders built this underground city, and they decided to have humans test it out, so if they wanted to, they could. And the catch to this was that once the humans went in, there was no coming out, and that was a problem, and the humans didn't really know about that, but it was to conserve the earth and to make sure that it would stay, healthy. And so eventually all of the humans ended up going this underground Ember place, and now it is present to Lena and Dune's time. And there has been a lot of power outages recently in the City of Ember, and they don't really know why. And there's like this one spot, and it's like where all of the pipes are, and it's very dangerous. So whoever gets the job to like work around the pipes and like clean around that area, they could possibly die. There's not really a 100% chance of safety. So when Lena gets that job, it's like a day where you get jobs. The mayor will pull out, he'll go around classrooms, and he has like this jar with him with like a bunch of jobs and written on paper inside of it. And it's Lena's turn, and Lena gets the job to work at the pipes. And she's not happy about this because of course she could die, and the rest of her friends seem to have been getting like great jobs, not like as good as messenger, but a much better job than what she got. And her friend Dune, who she has recently kind of like drifted away from, they've kind of disconnected, he gets to be messenger, and he doesn't want to be messenger. And he's talking to Lena, and he says that Lena is really lucky, and Lena's like, "You think I'm lucky?" And she asks him to make a trade, and he's like, "Sure." And now Lena has like the best job ever. She gets to be messenger. And what messenger does, if you haven't guessed already, she like runs around from place to place delivering messages. So for example, if back then they didn't really have like where they are right now, they didn't really have like any phones or any sorts of like connections so that they could just like contact each other. It was just like letters. So if I wanted to send a message, I couldn't just go on my phone and text someone or call someone. What I would have to do is go into town, find the messenger, which would in this case be Lena, tell her the message, and she would listen to me, and then she would say it back. She would repeat it back just to make sure that she got the right message, and I would tell her that it was who to deliver it to, and she would go to that person and deliver that message. And that's what the messenger's job is. There's no risks, and it's all fun because you get to like run around and explore and meet new people and kind of like get to know them in a way because you're hearing their messages. So that's why Lena's job is really cool, and Dune is working around the pipes. And the reason why Dune wants to work around the pipes is because it's close to this electricity box, and it's kind of like the center. It's what keeps Ember running, and he's suspicious because of all of the power outages that have been happening, and they last really, really long, and it takes a while to get the power running back up. Dune is suspicious, so he's happy with his job, and that's kind of the situation right now. So Lena lost her mom and her dad when she was quite young, and she has a sister, and her sister's kind of like a baby, and she's not old enough to like, you know, get a job or anything. And she also has a grandma who's suffering like memory loss, and she can't really remember, but she knows that she's supposed to be looking for something, because apparently that's what her husband told her before he died. And so she's always like looking around for that one thing, but she can't remember what it is, so Lena can't really help her. And Lena kind of has this pressure on her because she's like alone, and her grandma's suffering like memory loss, and there's not really much that her grandma can do because she's old and it's really hard for her to get around. So it's kind of her responsibility to take care of her younger sister, because if she doesn't, then she's left with no one. And one day she finds this box, and it's like unlocked, and grandma has been searching around in this closet, and her sister found this box, and there was like a paper inside of it, and her sister chewed it up, and Lena was like taking the paper out, and on the top she decodes it, and it says instructions. So this is what the builders left for the city of Ember, so that when in 200 years they gave a box to the mayor. It was like it was unopenable, and no mayor could open it, but all they told the mayor was to pass it on whenever there was a new mayor, so to like keep it safe with them, and to not like tell anyone what was inside. Not even the mayor knew what was inside, but one time a mayor just, you know, gave it away, auctioned off the box, because it was pretty pointless. Like a box that's unopenable, there's nothing really to do with it. So he auctioned it off, and now that box is in Lena's grandma's house, and her sister has chewed the paper, because after 200 years that box is open, but 200 years has passed. They were supposed to find that paper a while ago, and that's exactly why the power outages have been happening so frequently. But now she's having a really hard time reading what the paper says, because there's a bunch of holes in it from her sister chewing it. So now she seeks Dune's help, and they've disconnected, so this is a great way for them to like rekindle their friendship. And they're trying to understand what the paper says, and it says instructions on it, and that's what it says on the top, and that's kind of what this book is about, finding out how to get out of the city of Ember, because that was what they were supposed to do over 20 years ago. It's way past 220 years now. So that's kind of the mission in this book. This book was really, really good, and I would rate this a 10 out of 10. I don't do that very often, but here's the thing. This book had like just the right amount of everything. Like, it had a good sense of humor, a good sense of dramaticness, a good sense of, you know, a good sense of like mystery. So I really did enjoy reading this book, even though I don't really read books like this very often. It is a series, and there are 4 books in the series, and if you guys want me to review the next one, then make sure you comment down below. But yeah, I had a really fun time talking about this book, and I totally recommend you guys get it. Link will be in the description box below if you guys want to get it from Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, or Google Books. And make sure you check out if it's available in your library if you don't want to buy the book. And you can do that by clicking the link in the description box below to Google Books. And on the bottom right corner, it'll say if it's available in your nearest library or not, and what libraries the book is actually available in. So yeah, that's what I have to say about this book. But as you guys know, I have a sneak peek to my book reviews where I show you guys what the next book I'm going to be reviewing looks like. And the next book I'm going to be reviewing is Words on Fire by Jennifer A. Nelson. And if you guys haven't noticed, this is actually the same author who wrote the book The Scourge. And if you guys want to check out that book review, then make sure you check out my channel page. I'm so excited to be reviewing Words on Fire, but if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell and the like button, because it really encourages me to keep on going. And again, make sure you check out my channel page. I post every Sunday, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!